Alright everyone, so today we're gonna pull some Sacreds. The fusion is going on right now, and I did a video just recently about it, telling everybody that if you have the resources, you should definitely go for it, and I'm obviously going for it as well. So today on the main account for the summoning event that currently is active, we're gonna pull a couple of Sacreds just to get enough points so that we can actually get the next rare and grade that up. I'm still debating whether or not I should pull enough to go straight for the epic, but at least for the video today we're only going to pull the ones that I need to get to the rare, and I think at a later date I'm going to decide if I invest a little bit more. There are obviously also a couple of progressive chance events connected to that, so we're going to talk real quickly about those and hope that we get lucky. I mean, the main thing is obviously to get the fusion done, but at the same time pulling another decent legendary would of course be nice, and there's also a couple of juicy epics on offer currently. So let's take a look. As you can see, with the Summon Rush, we currently need 3,500 points in order to get the rare. And if you want to get the epic, then it's 6,100. So basically, if you are trying to get this through Sacreds, then we need to pull 7 Sacred Shards in order to get the 3,500 points. You could of course always try and cheese this a little bit, trying to get some mystery shards out. I have 7,000 of those, but I'm going to be honest, I did that once and pulled a couple of thousand, and it was just an absolute pain to get rid of the food, to just stash them somewhere, and it was an ordeal and took ages. So usually I'm trying to avoid this, but we're going to focus on the Sacreds today. Again, I'm going to skip the epic, but with the Sacreds, you get your 500 points, and we're going to go for Sylvain the Paramour here. So 7 shards it is, and let's see what we're going to get. With the progressive chance event right now, we have a couple of champions on offer, and honestly, I have pretty much most of these already. I'm still missing some. I'm missing, for example, our little tree over here. But I'm honestly a little bit torn. You have Gnut on offer, and while I already have a Gnut, to have 2 is pretty amazing. Because I have an Acretia as well, but having a double Gnut helps you with so many areas in the game and just makes them much faster if you are trying to go for a couple of very, very easy speed runs through dungeons for events, and he's just absolutely awesome. So I'm going to do that. And I think what's the slot on is a Neldor as an epic. I already have him. I think he's a +1 right now. But if you get a Neldor +4, that's amazing for Fire Knight Heart and for a couple of other areas in the game too. So those are definitely the 2 that we're going for with a progressive chance. So we need to pull 7. That means we have then 8 left. So, well, let's see what we're going to get and hope that we get lucky. We need the points. That's the most important thing. But hey, if we pull some Neldors over here, that would already be great. And in this case, so we already have +20 chance. With 7, I would assume that we're going to get at least 1. If I get anything for other fusions, like Lady Mikage, for example, I wouldn't complain either, so don't get me wrong. But so far, with Aox now coming in, this is basically all just dupes. A couple of those will end up to be upgrades for the champions that I already have. A couple might use as Faction Guardians, and... no! Okay, I get a Granite. I honestly don't know what to think about this. This was not the dwarf that I was looking for, but he's new. I did not go for that fusion with my main account because at the time when the fusion was in, my main account was still dormant and I didn't actually use it. So this is a fairly useful champion as far as what I could have pulled here, especially considering that it's not a dupe for me. So I'm actually quite happy, to be honest with you. So this is a decent pull. It's just the wrong dwarf. I was really hoping for another Gnut here. But yeah, I'm not unhappy with this. We talked about Granite obviously when he was the active fusion. So getting a legendary with my pulls here in the first place is already a win. I would have loved to have the second Gnut. But if it's not Gnut, then I am very, very happy with this pull. So I'm definitely not going to complain about it. Granite is an awesome pull for me. My dwarf faction is probably the strongest that I have right now. But I'm sure he is going to help me quite a bit. So yeah, awesome pull here. Pretty happy with that. Even though when I saw Dwarf and when I saw the Legendary, I had hopes. And we're also getting Neldor. So it's already fantastic, which means that I get another upgrade for the one that I already have. My Fire Knight Heart is going to be very thankful for that. Faction Wars in some other areas as well. So that's a nice pull. That leaves... how many more do we have to get? Like 4? 3? If I would of course get a bit more here, that would even be better, but we need 2 more pulls. So, let's see. Maybe we're gonna get something else useful. But to be honest, I'm already totally happy with what we got here. Get a second Eldor! Okay, we're winning! I'm actually very happy with those pulls. Normally I advise everybody to not go for any short pulls outside of a ×2, specifically when you're not in a late game account. But this is a late game account, and given what I'm pulling here, I have 0 regrets. 2 Neldors and Granite. That's pretty awesome. Final pull to get to the points that we need. And we get Crimson Helm, which I obviously have already and is going to end up as a chicken. But yeah, very, very happy with it. Granite definitely the best pull out of the sorts, but 2 Neldors with it that I can now upgrade is also amazing. So I got my points for the fusion right now. Did anybody else pull? Did you guys also pull for the Summon Rush? What did you get? I hope that you that the RNG robbed off a little bit, but apparently me dancing around my building naked at night and yelling Plarium is amazing, Plarium is amazing, Plarium is amazing is finally helping. I told you that it would finally help and it would summon RNGesus, and apparently that's exactly what happened. So yeah. Thanks for watching, guys. I think we had a good one here. If you got any good pulls yourself, then please drop it in the comment section. And if you made it to the end of the video, drop a like. And I hope to see you in the next one. Bye-bye.